Hello, hello, hello. I am Ben Prolly. I'm back. I've got myself a new laptop, which is amazing. It's Toshiba. It's great. Okay, you guys don't really care about that. You can't even see it anyway. Alright, well, playing it cold. Had a laptop for a few days, but I've been too busy. Oh, life is interesting. It's getting to you. But, see, I just wanted to go through and do a video saying, hey, I'm back. How you guys? Feeling good? Feeling good? Alright. Well, let's get into this. The main portion, the reasoning behind this video, and I know my nose is stuffy as hell, but yes, it's my real blowing my nose. Isn't it lovely? Um, but the main reasoning for making this video is I went into. I'm going to tell you a little story first, and then I'll tell you why. I went into this booth at the state fair, which is great. Alaska State Fair. If you ever been there, great. If not, well, sorry, mate. It's not super big, but it's not super small either. Um, well, I went into there and there was this one tent and they had like a prophecy reading. Very interesting thing. My friend, he's agnostic, atheist, sort of, whatever. And I'm just me, special every which way. Um, yeah, pagan, I go by that, so it works. If you want to list me, hey, go pagan, works. Um, But he went into there and he got his whole reading. They did this whole thing, and it was pretty good. It was pretty convincing. Not too bad, not too shabby. Um, I was like, I'm open-minded. Why not do a reading on me? Well, the guy before he did the reading, he asked. I had bought some bumper stickers. One of them, which said, "Where is a witch, there's a way." Kind of funny. I gave that one to my girlfriend. And the other one was this one, which wonderful, intelligent, tenacious, cunning, or caring, sorry, caring, haughty. I'm reading it weird on the screen here. Um, but yeah, I got those two, and he looked at it, and he said, "You will not do your work here," and kicked me out, and then he started going off and talking to me about that, you cannot do your work here. I do not want you here, that sort of thing, and we were talking outside front of the tent, and I'm like, well, first of all, you don't know who I am. You don't know what I do. You don't know the reasonings why I do it. We work with the earth. We work within the presence of the earth, and I feel sorry for you for being so close-minded, not sharing such connection. I'm sorry for you for closing yourself off, to limiting yourself. And that's how I responded. I didn't get angry. I didn't yell back. I didn't do anything he expected me to do. I didn't start spouting off in our language, you know. That's how you deal with people that do that sort of stuff. You don't you don't go off and yell at them. You don't directly confront them. You only ever do anything if they confront you. And then you do it in a caring and unbiased way. Because if you're going to be doing all this stuff that's just going to put off more hate, that's what you're going to get back. That's what you're going to get. I mean, I don't care whether or not you're Christian, you're atheist, you're Wiccan, you're Buddhist, Hindu, Jewish, Islamic. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter where you come from or your point of view. But to limit yourself by acting in a hateful and spiteful way, well, that's a sad thing. And it only ever tarnishes your image and the image of whatever you represent. For him, honestly, my friend was standing right there and he saw what the guy was doing and the way that he was acting towards me. I mean, Mark is, sorry, I'm not supposed to use names, but he is unchosen. He leans to either way. He has a lot of influences on him. And not that as bad. He's just looking for answers. And he's never asked me for them. I don't preach to him. I never have. The only time I ever considered preaching is on this channel. Well, you came to the channel, you watched the video, you chose it, okay? Your own business. Um, but, he was doing that, and then he won't ever go back to him again because he saw that they were being how spiteful and how hateful that was towards me. Tarnish their image for doing that. Now, really, is that a good thing for whatever you represent, whatever you are? You know, is that a good way to act? Is that a good way to lead your life in a negative way like that? They might have actually believed that they were, because this is the way the tent worked out, which is kind of funky, but I wasn't going to say anything, was they were, quote, talking to God, and God was talking to them, and they were acting as his mouth. Okay? Interesting, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but cool beans. Go for it. If you're a word of God, good. I say more power to you. You know? But because they acted in such a way, Mark won't ever go back to him, let alone believe him. Because, and this is also his reasoning, I would imagine. This is reasoning. This is my reasoning why he wouldn't go back to it. Because, quote unquote, God is an accepting, caring person, right? He's or thing, being. He's loving. He loves all people, no matter what they are, what they represent, their choices. You know, we're all sheep to them, quote unquote, or to him, quote unquote. Um, if this guy's acting as the word of God, the mouth of God, then why is he resentful and hateful for me? For prejudging me based on these things I got mostly from my girlfriend, and she thought they were cute and nice, that sort of thing. Nothing wrong with that. And for anyone out there who's Christian, if you're still listening, which I'd be amazed if you are, no offense, but there's only really one, if I remember right, there's only one line in the Bible that says that witches are really bad, and I think it's in the New Testament. And yeah, that's very interesting. One line and you condemn 1,000 plus people to death. Good job. But I never mentioned that when I was talking to him. I never said anything like that. Never said anything hateful. Never did anything like that. Now, mind you, I was very uncomfortable in the tent because all these people, let's think, survival situation, all these people would probably be willing to burn me. Ugh, great, yeah. Also another thing that I didn't exactly like that they were doing, and privately I would talk to Mark about it if he was interested. They're all passing around a laptop, you know, and they won't ever let you see what's on the laptop. And it was very like, okay, I see scam here, and it was entirely free. The entire thing was free. That's the reason why we did it. But it's just didn't exactly care for it. You know. Ah, that was lovely. That was a big one. But yeah, cold, isn't it great? I went to the fair yesterday. I probably shouldn't have. But Dayquil, that does it fine things for you. Hmm. So anyway, yeah, hate, prejudice, and prejudgment assumptions of anyone, any person, based on whatever their beliefs, their skin tone, the way they look, the way they act. You know, you're, well, not the way you act, the way you're directly perceived, per se, is prejudgments like that. What causes hate? What causes war? What limits humanity in its own right? That's really quite sad. So, there's one thing, and I've saw a video like this before. Be accepting people. This is what this video entirely boils down to. Is be accepting of all people, accepting of who they are for what they are. And if they want to listen to you, want to listen to you preach, want to listen to you talk, want to listen to you about physics, math, science, life in general, then great. If they don't want to listen, or if they don't ask for it, or if the subject just doesn't come up, there's no reason for you to force it on them, you know? Um, let's see, I got a little bit. I guess I could put in some video, a little bit of time on this. Um, well, let's get into this one. My father, I'll say he's interesting. That's a nicer way of putting it. Um, he basically walked in the door and yelled and pre-assumed everything about me. And I'm feeling a lot better now, but earlier in the day I was not. And he just started yelling at me over dishes, and stuff like that. And I'm usually getting it done. And he's making all these pre-assumptions, all these things, and causing all these problems. I know something. I mean, I'm getting older. I'm starting to figure things out. But I noticed that not necessarily within life experience, but within a mental age, someone who yells, who acts in this way, definitely is not mentally aged like other people. Is not the same as someone who just wouldn't yell over it or find another way to resolve the issue. Now, he just could tell me, oh, you gotta do the dishes. I would have been like, okay, cool, great. I'll go do them, you know. Um, but yelling at me over it and then bringing up the subject of, possibly me getting rid of me. Now, part of it too is he may be just yelling at me to get me frustrated and make me leave. Which is great because I'm still in high school and he wants me to leave the house. Yeah, I have a job, but I really don't want to leave an F on my report card. I only got one F in one class. Ever. Ever. Pre-calculus. Do not sleep in that class. You will shoot yourself later. It is a big shooting in the foot. I mean, I could sleep in algebra, algebra 1, 2, geometry, and that sort of thing. All good, all good. Pre-calculus. Don't sleep in that class. If you take that class, don't sleep in it. Don't. Because yeah, now I'm retaking a class. It's the only reason why I have this. Why I'm taking this year. It's the only reason why I'm taking 5 classes because I need to take that one class to get that one F on my report card. And the rest of the classes, I'm literally taking only a couple hard classes because I want to take all the science classes that my school offers. I'm taking anatomy, physiology, and medical terminology, which interlink with one another, which is convenient. But it's like I'm taking those 2 classes, and it's so. The only reason why I'm doing it is because it's like, oh, that looks good, and also just because it's my last science class I need to take. It's quite funny, actually. So I'll just take all the science classes and be like, yeah, check. Okay, off task. But mental age, keep yourself thinking, but don't go out of your way to yell and scream at people. Like, don't be crude because of it. You may be frustrated over something. I mean, like, hell, when he started coming in like that, I was mildly frustrated too. But all he got on me was essentially the same conversation you could have with a wall. You know, and that in itself was good because I'm showing myself. I'm giving myself a respect for myself that that's good, I guess. You know, but anyway, yes, I'm not. I probably should be going. I got my point across. But thank you for listening. I don't know how many subscribers. I'm gonna check that now. I just got on the computer, so it's like amazing. All right. Well, thanks. Talk to you guys there. All right. Thanks. Bye.